Good evening, hockey fans, or good morning. We're doing a morning game. Good morning, hockey fans in Newfoundland and Labrador, across Canada and around the world via the internet. We welcome you inside the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium on this Sunday morning for a Newfoundland and Labrador Under-18 Major Hockey League game between the Pinnacle Growlers and the Central Impact. Third of three games this weekend. The Growlers took the first to a big win last night, 9-3. Blew a close game open in the third period. It was 3-2 going into the third, and Growlers scored 6 unanswered to run away with it. See if the Impact can get going this morning. Chance for the Growlers early, right out in front. It comes. They've lost 5 in a row now. Stick broke from Hodder. He's out there now without a stick. Kellaway in over the blue line. Drop pass. Quick shot. Quick look over his shoulder by Barrington, and he's got it and holds on.
Saw a couple of those sticks break now, George. We saw one last night. A great scoring opportunity, or a great shooting opportunity, and then we just saw another one there. And haven't seen many of them compared to the first few years when they brought in the one-piece composites, but the last couple of games we've seen a few crack off.
Yeah, Ian Wall
yes.
broke his last night, as you mentioned, on that good scoring chance. Adam Hedges in goal for the Impact, makes the blocker save. These are the two goaltenders who played on Friday night. 3-2 win for the Growlers. Ryan and Colburn played last night. But the Impact on a losing skid right now. They've dropped 5 in a row, as I mentioned, and they need to get things going again. Over on the West Coast, we've got the Taipan Osprey and the Western Kings playing this morning. Kings winning the first 2 games of that 3-game series against the Osprey, who were kind of hot coming into this weekend after having beaten the Impact 3 times last week.
Yeah, it bodes well for them over there. It gives them some confidence, and they were having a tough sled. But anytime that you get to see a couple of wins from a team who hasn't many, that's good.
A couple of wins at home.
Yeah, it's
good for what ails you.
Certainly.
All right, here's Verdi, did not play last night, up ahead to Pinkson. Devereaux at center. That pass way in behind Boland, and that's going to go for icing against the Growlers. 18-12 left to go here in the first period. No score. Sorry, Robert.
That's all right. I felt George in the third period last night, about 5-6 minutes in after the Growlers had scored their 4th and 5th goal. They really moved the puck well. It was on and off sticks, on and off sticks. You didn't see too many people trying to carry the puck rink wide or ice, end to end. And as we've said so many times, let the puck do the work. So much better than having one person individually try to carry it all the time.
Well, the puck can move. That one right off the helmet of Verdi.
Right off the net.
As Growlers tried to dump it in. Carely this time he'll go along the ice and around behind. Comes out the other side. Locke waiting for it there. Boland on him quickly, but Pinson rather came up with it. There's it in. Devereaux back to Knight. Well, that was right. 15. Get right to Knight and Pinkson and Pinsent.
That's easy for you.
No, apparently not. Wall kept it in. Wall does a good job again. Kept it in with his skate that time. Over to Ethan Sims. He'll chip it into the corner. Harnett. The shot goes wide. Wall again keeps it in. Good shift here for the Impact. Sims leaves it for Harnett. Tried to get it out in front. Went off a skate. Came right back to him. Now back to the point. Wall, good job with the right skate to keep that in. Couldn't get the stick on it. That had a little mustard on it too.
It certainly did.
Kellaway behind the goal. Scored on the wraparound last night. Oh, a mishandle there on the stick handle. Harnett put it outside the blue line.
George, that's the first time that I can remember a shift that the Impact have had where they had total possession for the entire shift in the offensive zone.
Right. That's broken up by Green. Comes right back to Wright. The Impact with a chance to move it out. That's a delayed offside as the Growlers have to tag up. Going to get a change in. Impact Change just before that. Grayson Party down into the corner behind the goal. Nobody there for the Impact. Lambert trying to get to it. Mason Daw has it, gave it away, and got away with it.
Yeah, he made one too many moves that time. He made a real good one on the first one. Then he tried to come back to the middle.
Shot scores!
Turnover.
This is Knight.
See it so many times, George. You just escape what could have been a disaster in your own zone, and of course you break down. You come down on a 3-on-2. You split the middle.
That's from last night, Robert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how'd that happen? Okay, well, we'll go back. Okay. All right, I think we'll be good on the next one.
Okay, that's all right.
Should be. He said 1-0. Growlers early. Kennedy picks up the assist on the Knight goal.
I thought Dow would have had the secondary assist as well.
Otter couldn't hold it in at the point. Was looking for Knight. Too far for him. Daw couldn't get it. Pinkson into the corner. Daw gets it to Knight, the goal scorer. He gets knocked down. The puck will come out. Mulrooney. The pass for Pinsent.
That was offside.
Yep.
Thing is about that one, George, the one official waves it off and the other one called it, but he was clearly inside the blue line before the puck had gotten there. Yeah. Veteran officiating crew here this evening with Danielle Mills, refereeing with Rob Canning, Bobby Curlew, and Brian Gushy.
There are the linesmen, and Brian Gushy made the call on that. On the offside, dumped in, Chafe back to get it. Pass here on the near side for O'Brien. O'Brien gets it over center. I think that hit somebody at the Impact bench. Reason for the whistle.
I like the way O'Brien moves the puck in the neutral zone, George. He's pretty nifty. He just as soon as you think that you may have a little bit of a beat on him, he's able to avoid checks and still maintain good puck possession. He had a couple of really nice ones last night. He had an opportunity 30 seconds into the game here today. Comes off of the boards well and goes to the middle of the rink.
Locke had it taken away, and Skinner brings it up ice. For the Growlers was looking for Corbett. Harnett lost it. Back at the point it comes. Dobbin just keeps it onside. Throws it around behind the goal. Couldn't get it to Skinner. Dobbin has it. Dobbin behind the net for Skinner. Back to Dobbin. Look back at the point for a moment. Comes back to Skinner along the boards. Now it comes back to O'Brien. Snapshot, that got through. Hedges made the save. Corbett on the rebound. And what a save by Hedges!
Wow.
It looked like an empty net.
I thought it was.
Over on that left side, and he got the right pad out somehow
and
kept it out.
That's as good as you're going to see at any level.
That's a big-time save. His team down 1-0 early. Knocked down with a high stick. We'll get a face-off, but what a save
the pass,
by Adam Hedges.
Yeah, the pass was spectacular and comes over on his off wing. Beautiful one-timer from like 8 feet. How Hedges got across to make that save is only he'll know.
Yeah. Put a star by that one. Keeps the game 1-0. 6 minutes gone in the first period. Long pass for Kearley. He's onside, they're saying. Backhand. Didn't get through to the goal. Comes back at the point. I thought so too, Robert.
It was offsides.
Devereaux with a shot save made by Hedges.
A lot easier to call from up here.
Oh, we got a great vantage point.
Yeah, we certainly do.
Canning played it into the corner for Kellaway. Taken away. Boland into Hedges. He won't take any chances. Holds on to it. Down to 13-14 to go here in the first period. Shots on goal, 5-1 favoring the Growlers.
One thing I've been noticing, George, since we've moved back to the Joe is that normally the Joe's ice is not as good as Windsor Stadium for some reason, but it's really good these last 3 games. The ice is good, and because of that, the puck movement is good, and the game is that much better.
Yeah, the ice is holding up pretty good here at the Joe.
Yeah.
Hasn't been the best over the years. Here's Pinson, gets it to Purdy. Purdy with a shot. Blocker save made by Barrington.
Purdy gets a lot of opportunities in low.
Tried to go short side. Barrington stayed with him.
Good stick, good shot, better save.
And come the other way. Wright mishandled it. He was getting ready to pull the trigger. Puck still inside the blue line. 4 players pile in. There's going to be a penalty coming up.
Yeah, that's an easy call. That's not what you should be doing there with the stick, however.
It'll be a roughing call against the Impact.
Yeah.
Rob Canning with the call. Ian Wall down to the penalty box.
And it's all right to be aggressive on the boards, George. There's nothing wrong with that. And there was a little scrum there, it's 4 players, but once you take that additional extra shot, 99 out of 100 times the official's going to make that call. It's just an easy call. And actually, I'm surprised that he probably could have easily given him another 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct for throwing the stick. I know there was no malice intended, but it doesn't matter.
In behind the Impact goal. Growlers on the power play. Daw walks the line. Shot one off the skate of Corbett into the corner. Hodder's got it.
Corbett's a big guy there in the middle as well, George. He takes up a lot of room. Hard for the goaltender to see over him and around him. The thing is, he's got such great reach as well.
Mishandled pass, and Pinson's got it for the Impact. Will turn, play it off the glass. Skinner knocks it down. Gives it to Hodder. Minute 15 to go in the power play. O'Brien, a good move, gets it to Corbett. They'll go the other side for Skinner. Skinner stops in the corner. He's got it again along the half wall. Back to Mason Daw. Daw with a shot, goes off a couple of sticks. Hedges dives out and covers up the puck. We'll get a whistle to the left of Adam Hedges in the Impact end.
George, the more I see O'Brien, the more impressed I am. I really like the way he comes down on the right-hand side, and just as soon as you're getting ready to poke check him, he curls that puck in towards him and makes a nice move on the inside. He's done that twice now in this shift. Growlers had a little trouble breaking into their zone, George. They had too much separation. There wasn't enough puck support, and they had to make too many long passes with guys who were still in the neutral zone on a power play. That's not one of the things you can do. You don't mind one guy doing it, but you can't have 2 guys up too high.
Big face-off win for the Impact. They get it down the ice with just 42 seconds to go in the power play. Knight is poke checked as he gets to the blue line. And the Growlers backing up now. You see Avery back out on the ice. Good to see him playing. Nolan Avery. He was the player who was shaken up and needed to be helped off the ice last night. And he's back out there this morning. So that's good to see.
I had a chat with Trevor Budgell prior to the game. He was asking him how he was, and he said he was doing fine. He took a very hard hit last night. And as we talked about, George, he struggled to get off the ice. It looked like, from our vantage point, he got a little bit better as he got off the ice. But, yeah, it's great to see him come back.
Kennedy gets waved out. Coming in to take the face-off will be Knight. Against Harnett. Knight wins it. Back to Ryan Daw, getting some power play opportunity. Corbett with a shot. A lot of traffic in front of the goal, and Hedges dives across.
In front of the goal and behind the goaltender.
Yeah,
the thing is, what was
actually in behind Hedges?
Yeah, and the Impact player, and it would have been interesting to see if that had gone in, if it would have been allowed or not. Really starting to see this Pinnacle Growlers team move the puck, really going side to side and moving it down low, getting everybody involved.
The puck will come out, and that will pretty much do it for the power play. Just 5 seconds left to go. And Wall is back out onto the ice. Heads to the bench, replaced by Pinkson. Growlers following up on it. That's kicked away, kept in. Devereaux off the boards, looking for Kennedy. Mulrooney broke that up. Devereaux over to Dahl. He's got it at center. Here's Green to Russell. Checked right away. Devereaux was on him in a hurry.
It's an easy play for Devereaux. Just step up, take his space away. There's nothing for him to do.
Kennedy weaving his way in over the blue line. Stops up, drops it back for Devereaux. His shot, that got through to the goal, and another good pad save by Hedges.
Yeah, he had to make a good pad save.
Pass back to the defense, goes all the way back into the Growlers' end. Hodder off the boards. Boland to Kearley. Kearley shoots it in. He'll go into forecheck. Hedges comes out to play it. Kearley comes up with the puck, threw it in front of the goal. Impact come up with it. Get it down just inside the blue line. Hodder turns, plays it off the boards.
Good back pressure by Boland there that time.
Galloway tried that jam play again. Nothing doing as Barrington was there. Held the post. Boland can't get in over the blue line. Kellaway all alone. Sims now catching up. They go the other side for Harnett. Just off his stick.
That was a good pass.
Harnett streaking in towards the middle. Wall's got it. Wall with a shot change direction. Barrington made the save. Wall will try it again. Goes in behind the goal over on the other side. Mulrooney keeps it in. That went off, I think, the skate of Kellaway.
Nice reaction there by the goaltender. I like that.
Barrington had to make the save. Not sure that one would have counted. Harnett. Shot stick comes out of Hodder's hands, the defenseman, but the Growlers come up with it. Sims back in his own end. He's looking for Harnett on the long pass just beyond his reach. Hussey busting in. Backhand save made. Rebound is right there. They score.
George Wall got caught on the blue line there. He's in possession of the puck. He goes in, he overskates it, it comes back, and then basically it's a 2-on-1 down. The goaltender makes the first save, comes back to him. If you watch right here, see right here, Wall's stuck on the blue line. He's not in the play. It's a 2-on-1, comes right back, and of course the late man, if you look, 3 guys going by the puck. It's going to be a timeout here, I think.
Yeah, the Impact looked to be in pretty good position as Hussey brought it in over the blue line, but then things seemed to part, and on the rebound, there was nobody there for the Impact at all.
They've had 2 good opportunities, George, the Impact that is. They've had 2 shifts where they've had some good possession, and each one of them at the end of the shift resulted in a goal for the Pinnacle Growlers. If you can remember the first goal, Impact had the puck in the zone for the entire 45, 50 seconds.
Yeah,
this time here they had a couple of good opportunities, but Wall got caught on the blue line, George. I don't know if he was going for a line change or what happened, but he's looking at a number. If you're looking at a number from the blue line in, that's a 2-on-1. And the goaltender made the first save. However, puck watching again, and we had 2 guys behind the net for Impact, and that's never any good.
Goal comes at the 12:05 mark here in the first period.
And those are really tough goals because you just had 2 really good shifts, and you're scored on. Now, that being said, if you're Coach Trevor Budge on the other side, he's got to say, guys, this is unbelievable. We just got outworked and outchanced in our own zone, but we found ourselves up 2-0. Not a bad place to be.
Hussey in over the blue line again, and he gets through to the goal. Can't really get a shot away as the puck just slides.
It's going to be a penalty as well. It's going to be a hooking or a slashing penalty. You can beat one D-man, George. You cannot beat 2 D-man like that going through the middle. That just cannot happen, and it just did.
But Hussey on that last goal and then on that play showed a lot of upper body strength to hold off the checker and just bust through and create a scoring chance.
You see him put his arms up as he was trying to gather the puck after getting hooked and still got an opportunity. Strong kid.
Very impressive, those last 2 plays. So now in power play for the Growlers, they already lead it 2-0 here in the first period.
This is a big point in the game, believe it or not. I know that we're early into the first period, but
Well, you go down 3-0, it's going to be tough.
Oh.
No matter what time of the game it is against the Growlers.
Very tough.
Impact looked very good early in the season and midway through, but hitting a real rough patch last weekend and this one. They need to get the ship righted. You know, they've got the last place Kings coming in next weekend, but the Kings are playing in much improved hockey.
Yeah, they may have an opportunity to win 3 in a row.
Chafe goes the other side to Skinner in the middle of Corbett off the heel of his stick.
That's a nice play, though. That's a
It was
design
there.
play.
It was there.
And that's why he's operating off the left side, because he has left shooters being on the right side for the one-timer.
Corbett, it's around Mulrooney. Shot, another save made by Hedges. Hodder. Skinner back to Hodder. Doesn't shoot it. Devereaux goes over to Hodder. Over to Skinner, back to Hodder.
A lot of action in front of that net there. I don't know how the goaltender can see any pucks.
Green has it, rings it around the boards. Devereaux gets there, cuts it off, keeps it in.
Great job by him to get there to the boards.
O'Brien back at the point. Hodder reached down, tried to keep it in with his glove. Had to go between the skates, right between the wickets. Corbett shot, another save made by Hedges. Down 2-0, and Adam Hedges has played well.
He's made some spectacular saves, George. Like ones that you're going to go, oh my, I got to take a second look at that.
13-3 are the shots on goal. Penalty just about over. And now it is. War steps on the ice. Puck was shot down just before the penalty expired, so no icing. Growlers on it. Back to Daw. His shot, that got through. Hedges with another save.
And there's going to be 20-odd shots in
Daw's
this period.
going to try it again. Hedges kicked that away. Knight tried it. Came off the end boards. Kennedy couldn't corral it, and the puck finally comes out. Kellaway's on it. Kellaway 2-on-1 with Russell. Kellaway shoots it himself. Ran out of room, really, and Barrington closed down the short side. Didn't have any room on the far side. That shot goes wide from the point. Mulrooney's got it. Just kept it in. It's tipped. Kellaway on it first. Knocked away from him. Avery got it ahead. Mulrooney off the boards looking for Russell. Went between Russell and Harnett. And Daw will bring it back in. Mason Daw back at the point. Ryan Daw over to Avery. Another save made. Avery keeps it in. 16-4 shots.
This is a one-sided affair right here now, George. The ice is tipped big time the other direction.
Well, Growlers are picking up where they left off in the third period last night. Impact actually led that game 2-1 past the halfway mark of the second period, but it fell apart after that.
Impact are just chasing the puck right now, George.
Mulrooney off the boards will be kept in by Dobbin. Mulrooney gets rid of it at center. 4 minutes to go in the first period. And pretty much all Growlers. Impact have had a couple of good shifts, but nothing to show for it. That'll be icing against the Growlers.
And the reason why that is icing against the Growlers, George, they had all three of their forwards went for a line change at the same time, and the left defenseman really never had an opportunity. He had to try to get it up to the right D-man, and it was just a little bit out of his reach. Went off a stick, but it was on this side of the red line. But they're dominating in every facet of the game right here now, George. Including face-offs.
Yeah, they won that one. Get it out.
That's at least 7 wins for them that I can recall today.
Vincent going into forecheck. Dobbin takes him to the boards. Lambert. Dobbin comes up with it for the Growlers. It'll be kept in, though. Vincent throws it back in deep. Lambert can't catch up to the puck.
That's a penalty.
Boland brings it out, and the arm has gone up.
Yeah, as soon as your hand comes off the stick.
Yeah.
You have done a good job prior to, but as soon as the hand comes off the stick, that's a very easy call there. Not one that you really want to make in that particular part of the ice, however.
So another power play for the Growlers. 3:23 to go here in the first. Face-off win by the Impact. They'll send it down the ice right to goaltender Barrington. Leaves it for Hodder. Hodder gets the return pass. Gets the puck down deep into the Impact end. Up along the boards it comes. Back at the point. Daw to Hodder. Into the slot. Off the stick and down the ice. Barrington. The long pass up at the Impact blue line.
Good one.
Can't take advantage of it. Hodder back inside his own blue line. Back to Daw. Nice pass through the middle. Here comes Knight. Drops it off to Boland. Back to Knight. Dobbin now at the right point. Tried to feed it into the slot area. Cleared away. Comes right back to Dobbin.
Beautiful play.
Well, that was a nice pass. Just failed to connect with Avery. Knight's little backhand pass. Avery's got it. Allowed to walk right into the circle. Good shot. Save made by Hedges. Another shot that goes wide.
It's a shooting gallery here now.
Just thinking the same thing, Robert. Here's Knight, makes a move. Lays it off for Daw. He's back at the point. Dobbin has it. Knight with a shot. Hedges has got that and holds on.
Yeah, I think that he would like to have that shot back again. That's a tough spot to score from. But one of the things that I will note, though, with the Pinnacle Growlers, their power play, I really like that they look for the extra pass. They're very patient. And as you can see, George, they're trying to get the weak side one-timer for the empty netter, and you can see that one in that particular instance.
Another face-off win. Dobbin. Right in front. Another save by Hedges. Another save by Hedges.
Unbelievable. Like, the players are down low for the Growlers, and they're just saying, my goodness, this is so easy for us, but Hedges is spectacular.
And another save by Hedges. Skinner had the opportunity a moment ago. That one was by Devereaux. Devereaux's got it again.
I said it was going to be 20 shots in this period. It's going to be more.
It is 20 right now. 4 seconds to go in the power play.
Impact are not strong on the puck, George. They're just not strong enough right now.
Vincent out of the penalty box to the bench. Canning comes on. But the Growlers maintain possession. Devereaux. His shot hit the crossbar.
And Devereaux has a phenomenal release, George. We've seen it here a couple of weeks or a month ago. He just really lets the puck go. And you know, George, there hasn't been many slap shots.
No, I was reading an article recently. I don't know what hockey publication it was, but talking about the death of the slap shot. Even in the NHL, you don't see it as much. And I think it's a lot to do with these composite sticks.
I think so.
You
don't need it.
With the torque they create and the flex.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get the puck away so quickly with these and get a lot on it as opposed to the old wooden sticks. Nobody's playing the Sherbrooks out there. Remember the old
Sherwood 50-30 Classic still lives today.
Tree branch.
I think I might give my son one for Christmas. I think they're $35.
You can still get them?
You can, actually.
Okay. Didn't mean to
I think now they
criticize Sherbrooke now, but I think about the
Sherwood.
Sherwood.
Yeah, Sherbrooke would be in Quebec.
Yeah, that's where they made them, wasn't it? I'm just making that up. Yeah, the Sherwoods.
Yeah. I'm sure that if I did happen to bring that home for Christmas for Jack, he'd say, "Are we having a fire?"
This is a practice stick. It's extra heavy, like a weighted golf club.
Yeah,
to warm
there you
up,
go.
right? 8 seconds to go in the period. Buzzer goes in a good first period for the Growlers. But I tell you, the Impact, got to be saying, we're only down by 2.
Well, George,
that's not so bad. It could have been so much worse.
I'm going to say, it's the proverbial understatement, but the Impact have got to go into this dressing room right now, and I know this is going to sound strange, with a sigh of relief.
Oh, absolutely.
They could have been down 6 goals, George.
Yeah.
Easily 6 goals, and I mean, like, And that's not even really thinking about what could have been more. I mean, Hedges made 4 saves that were just out of the book of spectacular to keep them. And as he, I've said even going to the first.
Let's come up in the booth for a second.
The first
we're
webcast.
talking, so we're not.
Yeah. The first webcast that we had here, and I talked about in this league, it doesn't matter. There's so much parity, but goaltenders got to give give your team a chance to win every night. And I mean, what else can you say about Hedges here tonight? I mean, 20-4 shots on net, and I'm gonna hazard a guess 20 of those shots. 12 or 14 of them were inside the hash marks, which were spectacular shots.
Of course, Devereaux shot it from the point.
Yes.
The crossbar doesn't even count as a shot on goal.
No.
Yeah, they had plenty of opportunities. It's tough to say what's happening with the Impact. They looked so good.
Yeah.
The first few times we saw them, but they, they didn't look too bad Friday night. A 3-2 loss, but they played well. And last night until
they didn't look too bad for 2 periods last night.
Yeah, through they were down by a goal after 2, but
yeah.
Last night, third period, and again this morning, and we talked about it last night. It doesn't matter how much you lose by. They're losing games. Great frequency lately. They really need to get this straightened out before the Christmas break.
Here's the other thing too, like you with a number of penalties that they've taken.
Yeah.
So one of the things that people say, well, they're getting good penalty killing. Okay, let's give that. However, that negates some of the other forwards who don't get as much ice time, and then you're not going out in 3-man shifts. So you're always defending, and if you're going to defend all the time, you're not going to score goals.
Yeah, it's tough to kill all the penalties you want, but
yeah.
it prevents you from scoring goals
and
getting chances.
And then, some of your offensive defensemen don't get an opportunity to come up to rush the puck, and they have to play more ice in a defensive, hard-working position, which then drains you.
Yeah, you're chasing the puck all the time.
All the time.
When you're killing penalties, and that's a lot tougher than pushing on offense. You have a lot more energy when you're doing that.
Mulrooney, who's a good skater, good passer, good shooter, as is Ian Wall. Those guys like to join the rush. And if you're out every other shift, killing a penalty, and all of a sudden, that wears you down. And now all of a sudden, that 50-second shift is now a 30-second shift because you can't go any more than that. Yeah. And remember, we're only in the first period, and this is day 3 of 3 games.
All right, so it's 2-0 for the Growlers. We both agree Impact feel pretty good being down only 2 after that. We'll see what happens in the second period if they can turn things around a little bit. They've been on their heels through the entire first period. See what Coach Brian Casey has to say to the team, and if it can have an impact, pardon the pun, on the play on the ice.
Now the corollary to that is you look over on the other side. Trevor Budgell saying, "Okay, guys, we're up 2-0. We could have easily been up 6 or 7, but one of the things that you got, he's got to really be in there now, saying to the guys, we played a phenomenal period.
Yeah.
Let puck control, puck possession, defensively moving the puck. So they had really." I'll say 2 bad shifts, and I can't call them bad shifts. They got 2 shifts where the other team played better, and they scored 2 goals.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, at the tail end of those 2 good shifts by the Impact is when the goals happened. All right, folks, we're going to step aside here. We'll be back in a few minutes with period number 2, 2-0 Growlers after 20. Second period just underway. Growlers with 2 goals in the first period, out shooting the Impact 20-4 in that opening frame. Ian Wall turns, shoots it in. Interesting to see if the Impact come out with a little more jump here in the second. If not, it's going to be a long day.
Well, first thing you got to do is stay 5-on-5.
Yeah, there was 4 power plays in the first period. I don't have our statistician here.
No, I'm really, and a couple of them were back-to-back, so effectively, basically a 4-minute power play. And those are tough to defend against.
Yeah, we had Bob Hedges doing stats for us.
Yeah, we
back
used
in the old Cataracts days. On our own now.
Benny Farrar used to fill in.
Yeah. Bob, third man in the booth.
Third
right?
man, that was a great call.
Breakaway pass offside as Avery was skating backwards as he took the pass and was in over the blue line before he.
Well, Callaway had to
received it.
turn to prevent a breakaway there. If not, he was off to the races, and that's the reason why it went for the offside.
They bring the face-off all the way down just outside the Growlers' blue line. Green back into his own end. Cuts in front of his own goal. And that doesn't get out. Chafe will keep it in. Avery couldn't catch up to it. Goes to the boards. There's Avery. Fed it in front. Green hard off the boards. Gets rid of it. Dobbin. Little spinorama.
That was a nice move.
Now Dobbin's got it at the blue line. Knocked away from him. Callaway, partial break. Dobbin got back just to tie up the stick a little bit.
Hooking penalty. Well, the thing is, George, and I know you won't, but the bottom line is that any time the player is ahead of you, stick gets, whether it's in the hands, and I know we've looked at this over the years, the player still got a shot away. And people would have argued, well, if he still got the shot away and was impacted, how could he be impacted that much?
Well, I looked at it. I thought it was stick on stick.
I did too. Yeah, and he waited to the very last second, and even George, that's called a lot today.
Yeah. And I've talked about that before. Sometimes when I've talked about it in the past, where
when the stick breaks,
stick breaks, or a player drops the stick, automatic penalty. That case, the player didn't lose the stick, but anyway, it's a power play for the Impact.
It's a nice pass.
Wall fed it across, and a good stick there by the Growlers player to prevent the pass from going across. That was Corbett. Now he's got the puck. He's poke checked. Wall will go the other way. Wall gains the blue line. Takes it behind the goal. Has a look around. Good pass. Shot right on goal. Barrington didn't see it right away, but then covers it.
And George, that's one of the reasons why Trevor Budgell has Corbett out there, because his long reach, he's able, you could see he wasn't in a really great position, but because he's got such great reach and anticipation, he was able to stop that cross-seam pass from going into the back of the net.
Minute 25 left to go in the Impact power play. Puck held in against the boards. Oh, there's killing time. Impact come up with it. Again, pass picked off, that time by Dahl. He kept in. Callaway fanned on his passing attempt. Back to Mulrooney. Mulrooney holds it. Mulrooney gets it back from Sims. Shot on goal. Save made by Barrington. Puck goes into the corner up along the boards. Tucker is there. Callaway working it off the boards. Gets it back. Sims with a shot. Best scoring chance for the Impact this game. And he put it just wide.
Nice play.
Great opportunity, and now it'll be cleared.
That was a result of good hard work on the boards, coming across. Nice pass. Just wasn't able to get good wood on it.
30 seconds to go in the power play. Vincent for Sims. Kellaway, backhand. Kellaway's got it again for Sims. Back to Kellaway. Sims, traffic in front, fanned on it. And now it's a breakaway shorthanded for Knight. Knight in all alone, shoots, scores!
Lights out.
10 seconds to go in the penalty. Shorthanded goal for Knight, his second of the game.
And the thing is, George, not able to get the puck to the goaltender down the other end, and a little fan.
There's
really
Sims fanning on
unfortunate.
it.
And you can see two guys here. It's one of these bouncing pucks, and now two of them were trying to corral the puck, Impact players, and that's it. Knight's second goal of the night.
Nice job, Doug.
Morning.
I want to give credit to Steve Noseworthy on that. Great job on the camera work to close in on that play as Knight closed in on the goal. Well done, Steve. Thank you so much for that.
Growlers goal scored by number 11, Andy Knight. Assist by number 8, Nick Tucker. 5-minute goal.
And George, I'll go back to the first period. The two best.
Well, look out. Here's Dobbin coming out of the penalty box, picks it up, drops it off.
Two best shifts that the Impact had, resulting in goals scored against them. They have another really good shift.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Down 3-zip.
Pretty good looking power play.
It was.
Sims had that great chance, and just a miscue out at the blue line, fanning on the pass. And
now you're in a little bit of trouble now.
I was thinking if they could have scored on the power play, may turn this game around, but instead it goes the other way. And
well, it'll
not
give you some
looking
confidence, if nothing else.
Canning.
It's a slash here.
That's going to be another penalty, so they'll get another crack at it.
Then interference call.
Jack Chafe headed to the penalty box for the Growlers. Interference, says referee Rob Canning. Mulrooney across. Kellaway walks right in, scores!
It's about as easy as it gets right there.
Wow, nobody picked up Alex Kellaway at all.
But George, we could go to the importance of face-off wins, and this is a clean win right back to the right D-man. Three guys touch the puck. 1, 2. Great little pass coming across here. Nobody there, George. The right winger for the Impact got caught there. Held up a little bit and wasn't able to get out to take the left D-man for the Impact. And, of course, he was able to walk in uncontested. Nice shot. Beats the goaltender to the glove side, 3-1.
Yeah, one of the few times we've seen the Growlers really make a mistake in their own end is everybody piled in front of the goaltender.
There was no coverage there.
Kellaway able to walk right in. Growlers come right back, though. Daw. Shot off a skate wide. He's locked. Forced wide. Put it right on goal. Barrington's got it. Wasn't sure that he did, but he's got the pad on it.
Coach Casey giving his fourth liners a chance to get out there, and actually he's changed his lineup a bit as well. Luke Kosh was out here on this line. Now we have...
You got Harnett centering Kellaway and Locke.
Yeah. He's
different combination.
Very different.
Kellaway. Certainly been a great addition to the Impact this year. Got it out in front. Barrington's got it. He's their leading scorer. First year with the Impact.
Good skater. Really good open ice skater. I like the way he reads pucks and gets to the positions where you need to get to.
Kellaway had a goal last night, another one today, so he's up to 18 for the season.
18 goals?
Yeah.
Wow.
Spencer Keynes was leading the league in scoring coming into the weekend with 18. He's had at least 2
last night.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he scored. I can't remember if he scored Friday night or not. And he's the leading point getter. That's Keynes from Western Kings.
So you see Kosh back out on this line here now.
Wall with a shot. Didn't get much on that. Kind of went off the toe of his stick a little bit. And the Growlers come up with it. It's knocked down by Mulrooney. Mulrooney in over the blue line. Back with a right in front, a backhand chance for Russell. So the Impact seem to have picked up their game since that goal by Kellaway.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. This is just a tough play right here. You gotta wait for a little bit more support on that one.
Wall off the boards. Tosh played it in. Out it comes. Skinner looking for it. He had it taken away and gets it back. Skinner. Wall closing in on him. Skinner stays with it. Skinner back towards the blue line. Protects the puck. Shot went off of Corbett, his teammate, into the corner. Corbett has it. It's played out. Ryan Daw going back to get it. Lambert closing in on him. Daw got rid of it. To wait for the teammate to get onto the bench inside the door, else it would have been offside.
It's a good play.
Good awareness of the situation. Barrington leaves it back there for Devereaux. Hussey breaking in, big save, rebound, somehow it's missed.
Wow.
The player crashes into the net, the whistle goes. Big save by Hedges. And the second one I thought was going to go in. I think it was just poked wide.
Yeah, I don't know if he made it, George, the save or not, but either way, it was spectacular.
Made a save on the first one for sure.
Yeah, and it was another empty net.
Well, we talked about Spencer Kane's goals he got just looking up this morning's game. Natural hat trick in the first period today.
That's not bad.
And it's
that's not going to hurt him.
Tied at 3 late in the first in Corner Brook. Wow. Just mentioned the goals and wondering what he got. The natural hat trick in the first period against Tri-Pen.
And what's the score there now, George?
3-3 late in the first, last update. He's having an amazing season.
Phenomenal.
That's broken up by Wright. Green back in his own end. Didn't get a lot on that, and the Impact able to get it out. Sims takes it off the boards. Trying to get around Daw. He'll pick it up. Sims with some good speed. Back at the point it comes. Joey Green, he'll shoot it. That went off the goaltender and came out the other side.
Didn't know where it went.
I think it went off his left skate and then kind of almost went behind him and down into the corner. Stayed out. And the Growlers come back the other way. Right to Hussey. Hussey's got it. Takes his man to the boards. Sexton, they're looking for it. Impact, come away. Kellaway. Alex Kellaway. He's got Sims and Harnett with him. From a very sharp angle, goes over the top of the goal.
These are tough ones.
Wright comes back for the Growlers. Drops it for Hussey. Hussey made a move. Poke check. Kellaway gets rid of it. Nowhere to go. Got it out. Daw shoots it back in. That'll be offside as the Growlers were changing situation we just talked about a moment ago.
Brian Gushy was Johnny on the spot there, and that's one of the irregularities, George, of the Joe Byrne, or one of the quirks, I guess you can call it, with the gate inside of the blue line. If you're going for a line change, you have to get out over that before the other guy comes in. If not, it's offsides.
One of the few arenas where you still see the benches on opposite sides.
I like it.
An old-fashioned way of doing it. Now, of course, all the arenas have players' benches on the same side of the ice and the penalty box on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Back at the point. Hodder shot. One off of Strickland to the boards.
And that got all the way through.
Daw with it. Kick to the boards by Canning. Kellaway. Good pass to Locke. Kellaway follows up on it. Drops it for Locke. Went off a stick into the corner. Kellaway on it first for the Impact. Push to the boards. They come out the other side. Hodder on it first. Trying to get it to Avery. He's checked. Dahl leaves it back for Hodder. Avery knocked down along the boards. Russell is on him. Long stretch pass for Knight, and getting back to break that up was Mulrooney.
Saved himself a breakaway that time.
Yeah, but got past Mulrooney. It was a breakaway for sure. And now Mulrooney has it down the corner, delayed offside. For the Growlers, puck comes out, shot in, but that's from their own side of centers. That's going to be icing.
Way on the other side of center.
Yeah, that one wasn't close.
Couple of good shifts, George. I like the way that the both teams are now playing here. The last 6 minutes or so is a lot of good action, some good puck movement. Goaltenders are making some really good saves, and they're in good positions. If they don't make a good save, it hits them. Some good board battles.
Much more evenly played second period. Shots on goal indicate that too. 8 shots for the Impact, 5 for the Growlers. It was 20-4 in the first period.
Yes, it was.
Of course, the Impact, a couple of power plays helps that. Usually helps with the shot totals. And here's a steal. Kosh trying to get away.
He's at the end of a shift. Heavy legs. Good battle.
And it's going to be a penalty.
I think it's going to be a penalty.
Finley Dobbin got back and make the defensive play. And it appears he's going to go to the penalty box.
Yeah, it was almost... I think that Kosh actually thought he was getting it first by putting the arm around. It's a tough call either way.
Holding call against Dobbin. So third straight power play for the Impact. They scored on their last one. Only took a few seconds.
Give Kosh full credit, then he really battled hard to get down to that puck, and I actually thought it was a pretty good defensive play by the Growler D-man. However, it's another power play.
Kellaway, Green, back to Kellaway. Another good stick, got in the way of that.
Great stick.
That was Skinner.
Yeah. And him and Corbett right there, they kill penalties all the time, and that's why, because they have good sticks.
A couple of big guys there. And in front of the goal, Devereaux. So they got some big guys out there, the Growlers right now.
Good reach.
Kellaway behind the goal. Pinsent. Sims back to Green. Green will shoot it. Blocker save made by Barrington. Saw that all the way. Tracked the puck nicely. Back to Sims. Green.
Look at this Pinnacle Growlers.
Down to Kellaway, right out in front for a party, and a big save made by Barrington.
I was just about to say they have a good tight box, and that one there got in under the scene, Grayson Purdy, and of course, that's another great opportunity for him to score, and goaltender equal to the task.
Yeah, he was eyeball to eyeball with the goaltender. Corbett all over Green. Corbett steals it. Protects the puck.
Corbett's an incredible penalty killer.
O'Brien breaks that up.
They're going to have a 2-on-1.
Oh, he mishandled it. If he could have turned, he had Corbett on the left side.
Corbett's not getting off here either.
And the Impact were changing. O'Brien holds it in. That's tip, scores!
And that's a good reason why Corbett's not getting off.
Yeah.
He looked like he was dog-tired, George, and he stayed out. It looked like they were going to have a 2-on-1 in the neutral zone. O'Brien just overskated the puck. Corbett, I thought he was going to the bench twice. He did a phenomenal job of killing the penalty. He stays in there, just a little wrist shot, gets a stick on it, tip, back in the net.
3 power plays for the Impact. They've given up 2 shorthanded goals and scored a power play goal.
Yeah, not good.
You see, the Impact were changing. When it's thrown around the boards, there's nobody there.
Nobody. You can see 3 guys coming right here now. And don't forget, this is the second period. You have the long change. Unassisted.
Well, they're saying O'Brien, he took the shot from the point. That was clearly tipped by Corbett.
Oh, yeah, it was. No question.
Yeah. He's the one. O'Brien came up with the puck back
He
at
did.
the point off the clearing attempt by the goaltender, but definitely tipped by Corbett.
If Corbett didn't tip it, then the Impact player tipped in his own net.
No,
But
I'm 100%.
yeah,
I saw it go off the shaft of his stick.
Hunter's pretty convincing. No, Corbett definitely tipped that puck, and it was a great tip, actually. Players practice those, too.
Yep.
As they should.
Mulrooney with a shot. Another shot. Save made by Barrington. Back to even strength now. Turning was Lambert. That
It's going to be a breakaway here if they don't be careful.
They get back Mulrooney. Yeah, I say the Impact were playing a little better, but a couple of shorthanded goals.
Those are killers. Those really take the wind out of your sails.
Actually increase their lead. Mulrooney into the corner. Wright was on him right away. Russell plays it around the boards for Sims. Ethan Sims lost it as he tried to skate out with it. 2-on-1. Hussey has got Knight with him. Pass across. Breaking that up was Mulrooney. Chafe back at the point. Keeps it onside. It's tipped away. Pinkson all alone. Impactor changing. He's got it behind the goal. Tried the wraparound. He was one on everybody on that play. There was nobody in there for the Impact. Hussey had it hop over his stick. Sexton has it. Nice little move, but offside. Hussey in ahead of the play.
Right. But the thing is, George, one of the play I really like the play that Wright made earlier. He was going over into the corner, and he's going in on a forecheck, and the Impact player was ahead of him, and all he could see was his numbers. And he did the bear hug play, which I really like. Soft play, soft on him, bring him into the boards, not a check from behind. A really good disciplined play by Wright in that particular situation. So many times we see players cross-check the guard, shove him into the boards. He didn't do that. That's a play that we're seeing much more of now, the bear hug play, and that's a nice play.
Gets the job done without doing any damage to anybody.
Exactly.
Players go down in the corner. Kellaway looking for it. Comes off the glass. Growlers get it out. Pinson has it for the Impact. Pinson in over the blue line. Stops up there, bumped off the puck. Following up on it is Locke. And the goal for Kellaway. Kellaway tried to put it back behind the goal. Comes back here at the point for Green. Green with a shot. It's tipped and Barrington keeps it out.
Tipped by his own player.
Yeah. Growlers back down the ice. Right out in front. Pinson got back to break it up, but the Growlers keep it in. Pinson with it. Off the glass. Knocked down. Daw keeps it in. It's Ryan Daw. Ryan Daw number 6 and Mason Daw number 10. Devereaux. Avery. Back to Devereaux. Swings it here to Daw. Daw with a wrist shot towards the goal. Hedges has that in the trapper.
Hedges does a good job there, and George fights to get out and get that puck. A lot of traffic there, 2 whites and a black jersey. He fights for that puck, makes a good glove save. 4-1, 3:48 remaining here in the second period.
Daw, again, easy save this time though for Hedges.
Face-off wins are critical.
3:44 to go here in the second. 2-0 after the first. 4-1 right now for the Growlers.
It's going to be a penalty here.
Yep.
It's going to be another one as well. Now we might have a
little. Ooh, and now we're picking up where we left off last night. Bad blood between these teams. Avery and Harnett down along the boards. Strickland, the Impact. I'm not sure who that
Impact
is.
are definitely going to find themselves shorthanded again, George. They were getting the initial penalty.
Strickland and Harnett gone to the penalty box for the Impact. I think that was Devereaux that Strickland was involved with. Or maybe Kennedy, I'm not sure. See who goes to the penalty box.
It's a lot easier to open the gate to pass that stick in.
Yeah, I just think they come over and try and toss it over. The linesman just comes over, gently opens the gate, passes it in.
Yeah, well. I was hoping they were going to toss it up this way. I could use another stick.
Replace that Sherwood?
50-30. Yeah.
It looks like 2 penalties to the Impact, just the one to the Growlers. That's who's in the penalty box right now.
Well, George, and you know, I could see that, but I'll be surprised if one of the Impact players doesn't get 4 minutes and the other guy 2, and only 2 for the Pinnacle Growlers. That's how I see it. The original penalty is definitely going against the Impact player, who then initiates another punch or whatever you want to call it, and then 2 of the other guys would be offsetting. So I'm thinking that they're going to have it at worst for the Growlers a 2-minute power play. If not more.
Yeah, we just see the 4 minutes going up for the Impact.
Yeah, that's an easy call there because
Noah Harnett.
It's a couple of punches to the head, right? We saw that last night. They called a double minor for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct.
And the other's offset, so it looks like a 4-minute power play for the Growlers with 3:37 to go here in the second period.
Every now and again I get these calls, right, George? Doesn't happen very often.
More often than you give yourself credit for, Robert.
But, you know, to me it was an easy call. It was a 4-minute, and then the other 2, right? So they're going to have a minimal. I would have anticipated the 4-minute power play. I think the other 2 will be offsetting roughing.
Yep, just the 4 minutes on the board. That's it.
That's the way it should be. This is going to be a crucial part of the game, George. I know it's 4-1, 3.5 minutes left in the second, but they're on a 4-minute power play here now. They could really open this up. Growlers, that is.
Yeah. Hard hit down in the corner. Hodder's got it back at the point.
I'm surprised the Growlers never got a penalty on that one.
Skinner back to Hodder. Wrist shot. Hedges has it.
Wall makes a really good hard check, George, on his man in here. However, when the Growler player was going down, he actually grabs him and hauls him back down on top of him. I was surprised that it wasn't a holding penalty on that one. Now, referee Rob Canning was Johnny on the spot, so.
Well, sometimes, you give the players just enough rope. And okay. For those who don't know, that was just a joke. Rob Canning's nickname is Rope. I was trying to work something in. I don't know if I really nailed it or not, but.
Well, when you have to explain it. No.
Yeah, if you got to explain it's not that good.
No, I got it.
Well, I suspect a lot of people listening have no idea that Rob Canning, the referee, is known as Rope, has been for a long, long time.
Yes.
Don't know the origin of the nickname. Not sure I want to.
No.
Skinner, shot. Save made by Hedges. Short side. Dahl with a shot that went wide, and the Impact come up with the rebound off the end board.
Ian Wall has got to be disciplined here now, or he's going to get himself.
He may have gotten himself a cross-checking penalty there. Got away with it.
Yeah, and
Dennis Skinner goes off. He gave Wall a little bit of a whack. Nothing serious, but
just a little love tap. But he's been really looking to try to hit someone here now, and what's going to happen is going to result in another power play.
Dahl, good pad save, knocked out of the air. It's knocked down with a high stick. The face-off will come outside. It actually should go all the way back. Growlers on the power play.
Definitely going to come back good over I would have thought out over center for sure. Maybe not.
Maybe they don't have that rule at
I check with
this
Brian
particular
Gushy
level.
after that one. Hey, we're at the 2-minute warning here in the second period. This is NFL football day. There'll be a few 2-minute warnings this afternoon.
Under 2 to go here in the second. Growlers will be on the power play for the rest of the period, barring other penalties or goals. That's rejected. Sent back down the ice.
Growlers needed to stop on the hash marks on that play, and they didn't, George.
Now they turn it over. Pinson, but he's all alone. Now gets it back, and maybe a chance to do something shorthanded, but the pass went off the stick of Kellaway, and he'll turn, shoot it back in. Knight for the Growlers. That's broken up. Green couldn't get to it. Boy, that was a dangerous pass. Almost resulted in a breakaway.
It was
for Joey
too soft.
Green.
Just way too soft in the neutral zone with nothing going on.
Under a minute to play. Corbett streaking in. Good hit by Wall. Knocked down Corbett.
That was a solid hit.
That was a clean hit, and Corbett beat one defenseman, and then Wall knocked him down. Boland squeezed out along the boards. Corbett follows up on it, slides it in behind the goal. Wright is there. Elliott Wright. Two of the players hit the ice. Time winding down in this period. 10 seconds to go. Okay. Whistle goes. 3.9 left. And a little more pushing and shoving. And now Wall is back into it again, Robert. You called it.
You could see it brewing, George, and Wall had made a good check. He was upset that there was no penalty called on him, whereas the player hit him into the boards a tad. And
I think a penalty was being called against the Growlers. Avery has gone to the penalty box. He came out. I could see Coach Trevor Budge on the other side just yelling at him.
Get in
the box. Now he's going to come out. Now that was from, I'm not sure why he went to the penalty box. Oh, he was one of the players who was in previously. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was.
He just didn't get a chance to come back out because
I had
of
to
the
wait for a
offsetting.
stoppage of play.
Yeah. So Coach told him to stay in the box till this gets sorted.
And the thing is, George, the thing with Ian Wall, he's an aggressive player, but those are ones that you just can't do. Like, the play is over. There's nothing going on. There's 4 seconds left in the period. You just can't allow that to happen. Those are costly.
Another 4 minutes up on the board.
Yeah,
against Wall. O'Brien with a chance. A shot hits some bodies. O'Brien's got it again. Buzzer goes.
There was really a lot of confusion there, George, on the impact on their, not only their personnel, but the way that they were situated. They weren't ready for that, and the puck got dropped, and it almost resulted in a goal with 4 seconds.
So when we come back, it'll be a 5-on-3 for 22 seconds for the Growlers. 22 seconds left in the penalty to Harnett. 3:56 to go in the penalty to Wall. And, the Impact first part of that period, we're looking a lot better, but things have gotten away from them again, and they're going to be in tough starting the third.
Well, the thing is right now, too, George, I don't want a player on my team getting penalties if they're good penalties and they're aggressive penalties and they're all that. But you've got to understand that you're down 4-1. You're going to go into the penalty. You're going to go into the period down by 3 goals. You're already killing a penalty, and so to take a penalty that is of no circumstance, I just don't get. It's just no good. It hurts your team.
There's the shots on goal. We just had a look at the scoreboard with all the penalties. 33-17.
Double shots on goal.
All Growlers in the second half of that period after, again, what looked like a fairly promising start for the Impact.
And they're going to have a 5-on-3 for 20 seconds, 22 seconds, and then, barring anything else, and they're going to have another 4-minute penalty again. So, tough sledding.
Tough sledding. We'll be back with the third period. You're watching Newfoundland and Labrador Under 18 Major Hockey League action from the Joe Byrne Memorial Stadium here in Grand Falls, Windsor, exclusively on AOTV. Underway here in the third period, 4-1 for the Growlers. The 5-on-3 just ended. Oh, Pinson took that up high, and he's hurting.
That's on the inside of the skate, George, and that is a bad one.
There's no protection in there. So it's 5-on-4 now for another 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Hedges with a save. Ian Wall with the
He's hurting, George, and he can't get off here either.
No, there's nowhere to go. And he blocks another one.
Goodness.
Ouch. And now he's hobbling even more.
Oh, my.
Well, that's your captain out there blocking shots, folks. Up top again. Corbett. And he gets hit again. This time in the midsection. That shot. That one hit him in the back of the leg.
I'm sure the referee, I'm sure, just wants to blow it down.
Now he'll get off.
Yeah.
Holy
I think
cow.
he might have taken the other one up by the neck.
What a shift.
It's not going to be enough ice for him.
Wow. Hedges knocked that down. Rebound. Stopped by Mulrooney. He blocked it. 2 minutes to go in the power play. To the side of the goal. Mulrooney's got it. He's tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty to the Growlers.
Probably going to get another two here. Yeah, that's a clear tripping penalty. Rob Kenning, vantage point back here. We could see it there, and of course, as Mulroney was getting ready to go get the puck after having a nice defensive play, Brian put the stick in him, upset him. That will negate the last 2 minutes of that power play. They're back now playing 4-on-4.
Adam Pinson, I can't say enough about that.
Oh my goodness.
Twice in the foot, once in the midsection, and then in the back of the leg.
Yeah, he had it all.
Oh, wow. I'm trying to remember the name of the videos this guy used to do. Scott somebody. They were doctored videos, but he would play either a goal in soccer or he's playing on volleyball, but just constantly getting hit in the face and knocked down and having to crawl around. And
So that was a real video there that they could replay.
that one reminded me of that, except that one was real. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Over on the other side, a water bottle was on the ice, and the player was trying to pick it up with the stick, and the linesman kind of watched him make 3 or 4 attempts at it before he finally picked it up.
Said enough.
I'll get it for you.
Yeah. Make it a little easier, guys.
All right, so as you mentioned, we are 4-on-4. 9 seconds difference in the 2 penalties. So it won't be much of a power play for the Impact when their penalty ends. It'll be just the 9 seconds. Good shot, another save made by Hedges.
That's a surprise there, George. I thought that puck was coming across. He had a guy coming down on the left side, being a right-handed shooter. Would have been an empty netter.
Yeah, Kennedy elected to
Yeah.
have a go at it himself.
Actually, it was almost a 3-on-1, and you're playing 4 aside. I didn't win it.
I never win those 50-50s.
No, well, I didn't have a ticket today.
Well, neither
so
did I either, so that's why I never win.
That's a tough win.
It would be a shocker if I did. Devereaux. Good play by the defenseman. That was Joey Green. Stayed with him. Puck just slides down to the goaltender.
Yeah, good lateral movement there. And, of course, as a D-man, you're instructed just look at him in the chest and just keep coming back, and you have good lateral movement. Chances of him beating you are slim to none. Good defensive play.
Kellaway shot it off the end boards. He'll go in to get it himself. He's got it. Working around, tries that jam play again. Got one last night. He's tried it twice today.
Yeah, he's been a good player for this Impact team, George. He's had a great game last night, even though 9-3, and he's having another good one today.
Yeah, he's their top scorer, Alex Kellaway. Growler player lost their stick. Go down into the corner to pick it up. That'll allow the Impact to bring it out. Mulrooney drop pass to Kellaway. Tried to give it back to Mulrooney. Really wasn't anything there. Hussey swings wide, stops up along the boards. Played it back to Sexton. Mulrooney tried a little move. Again, the defenseman stayed with him. Dobbin, much like Green did to the Growler player a moment ago. Again, the puck just goes down to the goaltender who covers it up.
End of his shift, hard, the guys try a little fancy in the legs. That's a good one if you're coming down the right boards because he comes back to the middle. That one there, he would have been still stayed wide. Impact the last couple of shifts have had much better face-offs.
This will be Pinsent back out there.
Yeah, short power play here now.
War shot just over the top of the crossbar. All right, penalties are all over. We're 5-on-5 again.
I needed to get rid of that puck quicker. Green did.
Pinsent turning along the boards. He's knocked down. Pass comes back for Strickland. He missed it. Let's take it off the boards. Gets it over to Pinsent. Pinsent turns and brings it back in. A shot went off of Dobbin to the boards. Tried to play it back to Strickland. That was intercepted. Out come the Growlers. Here's Wright. Green trying to get back in. Joey Green with another good defensive play. Got the stick on the puck.
Very good one. Going up against Wright.
Here's Lambert with some room. Lambert down the left side. Lambert shoots. Penalty coming up against Dobbin.
It's going to be a slash.
I would think so. Yep. So Impact now will get a full power play.
Two good in rushes there, George. I really like the way both players defended. Of course, he got a penalty out of it, but Lambert, used his size, put his shoulder down as they were going down the other side. Good defensive play by Joey Green as well.
Pinsent will come in to take the face-off for the Impact against Boland. Growlers won it and probably should have been held in by the Impact. They didn't do a good job trying to clear it, but it did hop over the stick of the defenseman.
But they had won the face-off. They need to have more coverage on that one.
Canning over to Pinsent. Killing a penalty a moment ago, now out on the power play. Kellaway. Michael Canning. Kellaway. That came out. That's going to be offside.
Yeah.
Just out over the blue line. Shot back in.
Good call.
Yep.
Needed to get in a little deeper, Kellaway did on that one particularly, and that will give you another 2 feet. 2 feet is all you would really need it there at that time because you're forcing the D-man to sink, the forwards to sink back down, create a little bit of space for yourself.
Boland wins the face-off for the Growlers. Devereaux turns and clears it down to the blue line. Mulrooney knocked it down there, gets it over to Kellaway. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Kellaway in over the blue line. Kellaway trying to do it himself, shoots it off the blocker of Barrington.
Love the way he's playing in this game, Kellaway.
Pinsent back to Mulrooney, back to Pinsent. Mulrooney's up high. Canning backhanded it towards the goal. Didn't get a lot on it. Now chases it down along the boards. Back to Kellaway. To Mulrooney. Snapshot up high. It was going over the top of the goal, but Barrington will grab it anyway and get a face-off.
George, on this particular power play that the Impact got going here now, they've spread out. They spread the ice, but they're too stagnant. They're not moving enough. So therefore, it's going from point to point to point to point. But they're not moving enough to create any rotation. Once you create rotation with spreading it out, that forces the defense to chase somebody. The defense didn't have to chase anybody at that particular time.
Yeah, pass and move.
Yeah,
right?
you can't just pass and just stay there. You have to create space.
Hard shot by Green. No traffic in front. Barrington has that.
Most coaches will always say, you create space and you deny space. You deny space by being in good defensive positions. You create space by moving your skates.
Locke holds it along the half wall. Back at the point for Green. Brady Ward now playing the left point. Shot right on goal. The rebound was there. Lambert couldn't get a stick on it.
And this is better rotation here.
This is Green. Locke. Ward comes in off the point. Back to Green. Swings it the other way. Chance for Locke. Looking for a pass, I think, there in a deflection.
Think so.
That was more of a pass than a shot. Penalty's over. Growlers kill it off. Daw to Hodder. Up to Kearley. Kearley will tip it in. Growlers get there first. Good hustle that time by O'Brien.
Really good.
Outraced a couple of Impact players to the puck. Pinkson. Russell. Russell trying to get in there. Canning with a shot. Another save by Barrington. And the puck comes out.
Impact are getting some good chances. However, goaltending and defensive play by Growlers is still good.
Skinner. Leaves it behind the goal. Comes right out in front. Jammed at. Goes wide.
Impact are doing too much puck watching right now, George.
Corbett knocked down. Gives up the puck.
It's going to be another penalty here. It's going to be a hold, I'm thinking.
It is. That's the indication from the referee.
Yeah, as Corbett was going to the middle of the rink, put the clamps on him, and of course that's going to result in a penalty every time.
Russell back to the penalty box.
Corbett made a nice move up top, put the puck in and around, and of course, really he would have went straight to the net. And Russell put the clamps on him and results in a penalty. Now we're back to a power play again.
Haven't seen a whole lot of 5-on-5 here in this third period. Corbett fanned on it. Makes the pass the second time to Skinner. Ryan Daw had it hop over his stick. Corbett off his skate to the wall. Skinner following up on it. Can't get it in over the blue line on the first try. Loses it. Mulrooney has it. Doesn't get it all the way down the ice, but gets it out. Vincent pushed to the boards. He's played a lot here in this third period. Power plays and the PK. And they've held it along the wall long enough. Referee blows the whistle.
I think the referee blew the whistle there out of boredom. there was not. As a matter of fact, both referees were saying, is somebody really going to move this for us? Please.
Devereaux to Dobbin. Pinkson watching him, gets the pass over to Devereaux. Up to Skinner. Corbett. He lost it. Pinkson. Here's the chance. Lambert, partial break, shorthanded. Getting back to break it up was Devereaux. Mulrooney. They're all over him. And coming back to get it was Michael Canning. Canning shorthanded and a good rush. Canning making some moves. Forced into the corner. 30 seconds to go in the Growlers power play. Devereaux looked up, hopped over his stick. Kosh couldn't catch up to it. Hodder gets it in, down into the corner deep, in forechecking. Overskated it. Mulrooney couldn't get it out, kept in by Avery. Now Mulrooney with another chance. He'll lug it out. Stop, send it down just as the penalty expires. Good penalty killed by the Impact that time. Locked off the boards to Pinson. Coming down through the middle to Kellaway here on the left. Drops it back for Pinson. A shot. Barrington with the save.
I don't think Pinson realized that he had a lot more room to move in, George.
I was thinking the same thing, Robert. I think
Yeah.
he could have driven that towards the net a little bit more. Worked himself in for a better opportunity.
There was a lot of white ice there.
Vincent behind the goal. Callaway out front for Locke, and Locke had his stick tied up in a good defensive play by Knight.
Very nice play.
There's Devereaux back inside his own blue line. Comes right back to the Growlers defenseman. He'll go the other side. Ryan Dow. Devereaux back at the point. Verdi tried to play that with his skate and kind of got his blade caught in the ice and missed it.
A little dig in.
Sexton. Over the stick of Wright. Not a whole lot happening right now, Robert.
Not much at all, George.
Let's see.
It's almost like playing out the string, which is quite strange with 8 minutes left and it's still only a 3-goal game.
Party racing after it. Can't get to it. Lambert has it. Off a stick, bounces up in the air. And the Growlers get possession. Wright is hit as he released it. Gets it back. Elliott Wright. Hussey. Sexton couldn't get a shot through to goal. Dobbin with it. The Chafe. Backhand pass. Finds Wright. Wright finds Hussey. Hussey just leaves it along the boards for Wright. Back at the point for Chafe. He'll go the other side. Dobbin top of the circle. Backs up for Sexton. Sexton just plays it to the boards.
Thing is with these Growler forwards, George, they're big, strong boys. And they're able to maintain puck possession a lot when you don't see a whole lot there.
Referee wants them to move it.
She's saying, I'm right here, guys. You going to move it?
And they do. Comes out. Clock continues to run here late in the third period. A long time between whistles. Watch me put the jinx on that.
It's going good, gorgeous.
Let it go, hey?
Let it go.
6:30. Ooh.
Partial leg on leg.
The shot blocked. Kennedy. To Kellaway. He's knocked down. Puck comes towards the blue line. Growlers have it. Kellaway again. Kellaway trying to make something happen. Throws it to the front of the goal. Barrington knocked it down. Growlers a little slow to move it. Kellaway's got it again in front for Kosh. That shot wide of the goal. Kellaway again. This one on goal. Kicked away by Barrington.
It's going to be icing.
That's going to be icing, but too much time between when I mentioned long time between whistles and that whistle to call it a jinx.
So that's a good one. That's a no jinxer there.
Yeah, I'm not owning that one.
No. Okay.
5:40 to go. Still just 4-1.
Yeah.
3-goal game. Strickland shoots it back in. Barrington leaves it for Daw. Mason Daw. Glock closes in on him. Daw stays with it.
That was a big, strong kid.
He still got it.
There's the difference right there. You know, strength and size.
Yeah, the captain of the Growlers gains the blue line. Then he's poke checked. Lambert. Growlers get back. Strickland thought about pinching in. Retreats back to the blue line.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you do or do.
Locke. Down deep. For Lambert is in his skates. Hughes coming off the bench. Paul Hughes, first shift, I believe, this weekend for him.
Never called his name before.
Back at the left point right now for the Impact. Locke and Corbett battling for the puck. Russell comes in and Ryan Daw comes away with it for the Growlers. O'Brien. Hughes stayed with him rather. Took him to the boards. Devereaux stops. Stumbled a little bit. Gets it behind the goal. O'Brien. Pinson off the boards was looking for Russell. Nice play by Dodd to intercept that.
Dodd read that really well.
A couple of players collide.
It's going to be a penalty here.
Penalty coming up to the Growlers. That shot saved. That's going to be a knee-on-knee collision, I believe.
Yeah.
And is that Pinsent again?
I think it might be, George.
Oh my, what a rough time he has had here in this third period. Scott Klein out there to check on Pinsent. Corbett gone to the penalty box. Pinsent holding his left knee. That was a nasty collision at center ice.
Scott Klein is calling for the trainer on the Pinnacle Growlers to come out, offer assistance as well.
Corbett's gone from the game. 5-minute penalty with 3:39 to go. Major. So he will head to the dressing room.
Corbett was having himself a great game.
Actually, Robert, that's Pinkson, not Pinsent.
Yes.
Quickly saw the P-I-N on the back of the jersey. So, just to clarify, it's
Pinkston.
Russell Pinkson. Not the captain, Adam Pinsent, who's gone to the dressing room. Impact with a power play now. 5-minute major with 3:39 to go here in the third.
You got the goaltender pulled as well, George.
We saw this last night with just over 4 minutes to go. Brian Casey pulled the goaltender down 6-3. But now they've got the power play, so it also means that the Growlers can shoot at the empty net without having to worry about icing. So.
Yeah.
5 minutes remaining plus a game is flat. 5 minutes being served by number 14, Ben O'Brien.
And Impact play themselves out of the zone. Kosh will bring it in. Long shot, easy save for Barrington. Kellaway, gotta be careful here. Lost it. Kellaway got a stick on that shot attempt by Wright. He had a look up at the net.
Impact were too close quarters, George. They need to spread out and have a little bit more movement. They're going to result in an empty net goal here if you don't be careful.
Gained the zone. Lambert was in there with Hodder. Lambert's got it. Tried to play it back, and again it's shot down the ice, and that'll go into the goal, and that'll make it 5-1.
They never got possession inside the blue line from the start of it, George, and they hit, well, I should say they had a little possession, but they just did not have any movement. You could see them coming back up, and you had made the call that they took themselves outside the zone, in which they did, and after that they never had much of anything.
Hedges back in the net for the Impact, now down 5-1. Throw up the white flag, I guess.
I think so.
Still on the power play, though, are the Impact.
Well, even though that's a shorthanded one, it's not quite the same being empty netter.
Goes down as 3 shorthanded goals, though, for the
It
Growlers
does.
in this game.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, good.
It's a
Saved by Barrington. That went off the paddle of his goal stick and
It
then
did.
hopped over Warstick, shoots it in, and Impact have to clear the zone and allow the Growlers lots of time to clear it down. And look out, Kennedy got there first. Took it off the end boards and got a shot away.
Not sure what's going on here in the middle of the rink.
Green dumped it in. Russell and Kearley were kind of tied up back inside the blue line for a moment. Nothing came of that. Barrington's got it in his glove, holds on. Minute 48 to go in the game. We're back here next weekend, folks. The Impact are back-to-back weekends at home. They'll take on the Western Kings in
And
3
George,
games.
If you can remember, I was saying that, you're talking about penalties. You get good penalties and bad penalties, and sometimes you need to send a message to a player that, you don't need to yell and scream. You just don't need to call his name, and Wall's name hasn't been called here in the third period.
Good observation, Robert. He's not seen the ice here in the third.
No, and I had to look a couple of times because I know he got the penalty. I didn't know if he had gotten a 10-minute misconduct or not. I just thought he had to. Was it a double one, George? For roughing?
Yep.
Yeah, but that would have been over at the 16-minute mark. But he hasn't seen the ice in the third period, and that should be a wake-up call for all the players.
Latest update, by the way, from Corner Brook at the end of the second period. 5-4 for Tripan over Western. That's the latest I've got on the old Twitter box here. And listen, shout out to all the teams in the league this year for the great use of social media on Twitter and other platforms. They've all really upped their game, I thought. Really good this year.
Yes, I tune in. I follow Twitter, and I don't follow any of the teams, but I see the updates all the time. It's pretty good. I really enjoy it.
Of course, all the teams now doing webcasts of their games.
Yep. You were a pioneer, George.
I pushed for that sort of thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Ran into a lot of opposition.
Oh, did we ever?
As well, but
yeah, we've had a few battles over the years and a few.
Now everybody's doing it, which is great.
It is. If you think about it, even going back to our Cataract days, talking about how do you promote the game.
Yeah.
You promote it many ways, and one way is through a webcast, and that will get people coming.
How often did I hear, we can't have a webcast, it's going to keep our attendance down. I said,
Yeah,
bring it up. But anyway, I'll just take the W and shut up on that one.
Yeah, no, it's a good way.
All right, so the game comes to an end, and it is a 5-1 victory for the Growlers. They take the sweep this weekend, winning all 3 games. And
6 in a row for the Impact.
6
George?
losses in a row. They lost 3 in a row to the
That's tough.
Tripan Osprey last week. They did pick up 1 point on Sunday because of the overtime loss,
Right,
but
yeah.
It's been a rough stretch.
Well, they're going to have to regroup. They got the Western Kings coming in here next weekend, who
Much improved from what we saw
much
this
improved
weekend.
and got themselves a couple of victories, and maybe another victory today.
Well, they're down 5-4.
Oh,
Last I've got, they're down 5-4 after 2. But
Okay, so there's still
who knows?
lots of time, but either way, they're going to come away with at least 2 wins,
Yep.
and that builds you some confidence in you coming in, and they're going to be saying, there's no doubt about it. The coaching staff's on the other team. Western Kings saying, guys, we just got ourselves 2 wins if that's all they get is 2. And listen, we've got an opportunity now. We're going into Grand Falls, Windsor. We're Impact now on a 6-game skid, so that they're going to want to come out hard. And that's important.
Yeah, they're going to come in here and say, look, this team is down. We're playing better. Let's go get them.
Exactly.
You get a team while they're down, you take advantage of it. All right, so 5-1 win for the Pinnacle Growlers in this game this morning on Sunday, now into the afternoon, 12:42. Yeah. So we'll be back next week, and we will have a webcast of the games next weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Western Kings coming in to the Joe Byrne to play the Pinnacle Growlers, and we invite you to come back next week and take in those games. And, of course, if you're in the Grand Falls, Windsor area, come out to the Joe, support the team. Buy those 50-50 tickets.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to call it a day. Thanks very much on behalf of Robert Golding and our cameraman, Steve Noseworthy. My name is George Scott. Folks, have yourselves a great week. See you again next Friday.